We're live. What?
Now we welcome you to SFP TV Sports as we present St. Francis Prep men's basketball today. The St. Francis Prep Terriers host the Fordham Carousso. I'm Neil joined along with my partner Eddie Sherman, and Eddie, we got a good matchup. Two evenly matched teams. What do you see from St. Francis Prep and Fordham Prep today?
Well, knowing that St. Francis is coming off a real tough loss the other night, I know that they're going to come out strong here, and Fordham Prep is pretty evenly matched with them, so this could be a very good game for St. Francis here if they play up to their expectations.
They sure can. Their opener on Friday night is on Prep. St. Francis Prep really has to come out today. They're not huge. They don't have a true height, but they have to utilize their speed, and they're good shooting. And that's what we're going to have to see today. Shane Herity, key for St. Francis Prep to get more as well as senior Chris Wright today. We're about to sit, and we're going to get to it. St. Francis Prep in white, and Fordham Prep in maroon. Neil Carousso, Eddie Arizona with you from St. Francis Prep.
It looks like the defense is going to have to come out big here in the beginning. It's a charge. All right, here comes Mike Field bringing up the ball. Pass. Just a little bit of a miscommunication there between Mike Fields and Chris Freitag. Nothing that they can't fix here early in the early stages of the game. St. Francis will take it out.
Here's Michael Fields, Jr., who started last year on varsity, jumped right to JV as a freshman, and he has been
Is it working now for Neil?
in anchoring the team at the point guard spot.
Great defense there from Fordham. Really stopping this Prep offense in the beginning of the game as Brian Haggerty's coming off the bench now. Really early.
Good ball movement by the Rams.
Fordham Prep's really just looking very good here.
Guard gets caught in the string on our box he brought in this year. But originally the top top 62 would have been the star shooter, one of them on the Terriers team. Curry's very good at shooting, and here's Steve Curry.
Pass out to Connor Bocci, 3. Off. Rebound by Marcellus. Just another miscommunication. They can't hear you. I don't know. I'll talk to Minneapolis. Fordham Prep has the ball here. Side as it's brought up by number 14. Where's the paper? Where's the roster? Good pass over to number 25. Killen Connolly. Fordham Prep just really passing the ball great here in the early stages of this game. There's a rebound there by Shane. Bringing it up. Brian Haggerty pulls up the shot, but takes it away. The Terriers just have no rhythm to their offense right now. And that's a travel called on the Terriers. So now it's going to be Fordham Prep ball coming out. We're already 2 minutes into this game and no scoring yet from either team. So I guess the defense is really what's going to be the deciding factor in this one. Fordham Prep gets the first basket. Fordham Prep first basket from Sean McNamara. And Prep needs to start. Prep really needs to start.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Test, 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 test.
So you can hear it.
Say that again. I missed that. What, Peter, you're confusing me. Okay, Peter, all right. Count the turn main mix back up, and let's do a test on Neil. Tell me if it's sounding good or bad, okay?
Check
Turnover
1
there by
2.
Fordham
Check 1
Prep.
2. Testing 1 2 3.
Being brought up by Shane with the missed a pass to Mike Fields earlier there. That's just
Okay, so
sloppy
following
play from the
technical
Terriers
difficulties.
and bad mistake by Shane.
And now Fordham Prep with the ball. Neely Carousso and Eddie Arizona with you from St. Francis Prep.
And Neil, like I was saying, St. Francis just has no rhythm to their offense. They're passing the ball. Fordham's getting in lanes. They're committing a lot of turnovers. And it's just not looking very good on the offensive end right now for Prep.
And the good, strong right hand, Jared Moore. So anyway, Eddie, little rocky start for us on the air, but the Rams have a 4-0 lead, but really not much scoring going on today.
Yeah. Both teams are not playing too well on the offensive side of the ball.
Michael Fields.
Hopefully that gets Prep going here. Quick Mike Fields basket close to the hoop. Nothing better to start them off.
So Fields gets the first 2 points for the Terriers. The Rams lead. Good ball movement by the Rams so far.
That's
And
another
that'll
charge.
be another offensive foul. Bocce doing work.
Prep just really needs to get the ball movement. With Chris Freitag on the bench early.
Offense foul on Jared Moore.
Brian Haggerty coming
That's his
in.
first, team's second.
Prep made a quick sub for Chris Freitag early on in the game.
Freitag, now the thing with him, over the summer, I had the pleasure of watching him train, and his shot was excellent. As Hurdy misses and gets his own rebound, and they'll go out of bounds. Let's touch on the Rams. Terriers inbound. And his shot was excellent. He was pretty much clicking on all cylinders during preseason, but comes into camp in the last month and just started getting into a funk. So far in the first 2 games, he hasn't been that great. Connor Bocce.
See, hearing that, that's something you don't really want to come into the season with, a funk. Especially when you're trying to do something like win a city championship or win a Brooklyn Queens championship. And with the team that Prep has this year, they're very young. They're not very experienced. And they really just need to pick it up on the fly. Especially kids like Brian Haggerty and sophomores like Shane and Connor.
Right, you got to get the role players in there. But at the same time, Freitag is hoping to heat up soon because when he is on and his 3-point shot is on, he's a big asset to this team. As Hurdy goes strong to the hoop, the tip. Shane Hurdy.
Yeah, I think Shane is going to be a very good player. Watching him play last year as a freshman and just seeing the pure brute strength that he has driving to the hoop, it's impeccable to anything I've seen from a kid his age.
Under 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Tied at 6. The hook shot is good. Sean McNamara.
That's just when you see kids like Brian Haggerty. They're smaller kids. They're not very strong. Even though they're tall in stature,
Michael Fields.
They don't have the strength to really compete on the defensive end right now on varsity. And that's something Prep's going to have to live with this year.
The backdoor pass.
Blocked by Marcellus.
And McNamara is blocked. And Fields going to control the pass. So some bad passing by the Terriers. They really could have capitalized, especially on that play.
Freitag checking back
Out of
in
bounds,
for Brian
Rams
Haggerty.
ball.
Let's see if that break did anything to him.
So it's Connor Bocce, Chris Freitag, Michael Fields, Shane Hurdy, and Marcellus Nazier on the court right now. This team with not many seniors, Freitag and Marcellus, the 2 on the court right now. John Crow.
They're actually the only two on the entire team.
Well, that's right. And if you don't include Tom Takashewski, who's sidelined with a couple of ankle injuries, having surgery this month. Fields jumper. Good. Michael Fields.
Mike Fields
tied at 10.
Mike Fields has 6 out of the 10 points so far for the Terriers. That just shows you how much the rest of the team needs to start playing.
Fields was on soccer during the fall, went late with the playoffs, and of course with the Hurricane Sandy that hit New York, and soccer was pushed back another week, and he came into camp late and still obviously in shape and in perfect form as he's going to go to the line with 2 shots.
As you were talking, as you were saying, Neil, you know, kids
Fellas
that were
John
coming
Crow,
in late
his
to this
first.
team, like
Team's
Jonathan
third.
Joseph.
Michael Fields at the
Michael
line, 2
Fields.
shots.
I actually had the pleasure of playing with JJ over on football in the fall. And I can tell you his work ethic is very good. And I could just tell that hopefully within a month he'll be ready to be pure basketball shape.
And really, St. Francis Prep has a strong bench. Jonathan Joseph has started 2 years on JV as a freshman and a sophomore is on the bench. You got also Brian Haggerty, who has a lot of height, and he came in early for a fright tag. Not only that, Nick Kolak will be coming back from an injury. And you also have Anthony Santino, who has an excellent shot. The thing with him is defense, and if he can focus on his defense, then he'll be a big asset for St. Francis Prep coming off the bench.
Yeah, and Prep's going to need a very good bench this year. Just so that, you know, when the starters get tired, they have some depth.
Out of bounds, Terriers ball.
Never like to see a team play starters for more than they have to.
Right. And last year, Coach Leary always played the starters throughout the whole game. You had Andrew Winter playing every game that get gassed at the end. So it's very important for St. Francis Prep to get the bench going and get some early minutes in there for players that could give them some first legs.
Exactly, and if a player can contribute, especially as a junior or as a sophomore, it's great.
Rams
it's a real
inbound.
boost to the team.
Shot clock turned off, 11.4 seconds to go in the first quarter. A very quick-moving quarter. The turnaround shot at the buzzer is no good. Freitag controls it, and the Terriers have a 2-point lead into the first quarter. Back at these messages from SFP TV Sports. At the end of the first quarter, the score, the Terriers 12 and the Rams 10.
Are you like me? Is this what you do? I figured so. Look at me now.
Look at me now. Look at me now. Oh, I'm getting paper.
You like me? Is this what you do?
Are we back?
Back here from St. Francis Prep, Terriers with a 2-point lead after the first quarter. Neil Carousso, Eddie Arzoman with you, and the Rams will have the ball to start the second quarter.
Yeah, it was great defense by St. Francis at the end of the first quarter there. And just looking quickly at this lineup, it's the exact same that started out for Prep. Which, like we were saying at the end of the first quarter, you don't really want to see the starters playing too much. It appears that they're going to be playing a lot.
All right, so the Rams moving the ball well, and that's what they did, really causing havoc on the Terriers defense and challenging them. The long shot for 3.
Yeah. Both teams are 5 for 7 starting out from the
Three-pointer,
field
Connor
here.
Murphy.
Well, now it's 6 for 8 for Fordham Prep, including a three-pointer. So Prep's got to start playing better on their passing and in offense. They started doing well in end of the
Connor,
first quarter, but
watch.
they could do a lot better. And just coming from me, Neil, I don't really like seeing too many of those shots that Connor took.
Now, Connor, a nice shot there, but really he's not. He's brought in to handle the ball. So obviously a dish out to Shane Herity and Chris Freitag. Among the many weapons that they have, what have you seen from his shooting so far? Obviously probably a little timid. It's only a second varsity game.
Same thing with Shane, but I feel Shane is playing a stronger game right now, but I feel Connor's playing a smarter game, if that makes sense. Shane is playing how I saw him play as a freshman.
Right. No, I agree. Shane is definitely taking risks. He's brought in to shoot the three ball. Connor's brought in to be more conservative and anchor the team.
Yeah.
As the Terriers with a 1-point lead. Fields gets in the middle of that passing lane, breaking up Crow's pass. And the Rams will inbound.
Yeah, St. Francis, if they could get a quick turnover here, turn it into 2 points,
Rams inbound.
then you'll really see the momentum swing into their direction. Prep needs to start converting on turnovers, causing turnovers. Their defense is going to make their offense better. And a travel there by Fordham Prep. So that's exactly what St. Francis needed.
Terriers ball. And, you know, what I see from the Rams is good ball movement, but a little sloppy, and the Terriers have to take advantage of that.
Exactly.
Now here's Fields to Alex Cementa. And the junior passes to Haggerty. Haggerty double teams, and Fields is trapped as well. Freitag calling for it, but Fields drives in, kicks it out to Herity, and that rims out.
Was that not a beautiful play there by Mike Fields to get out of that jam?
That was beautiful and really textbook, driving the lane, draw the defender, and kick it out to Herity. I'm sure that they've been practicing that play because Herity is very strong from behind the arc.
That was a great play by Chris Freitag on defensive end.
Freitag, very defensive-minded. Draws a lot of charges, and that's really the crux of his game, is drawing charges and then converting it on the offensive side.
Marcellus is already back in.
So very short substitutions by Coach Tim Leary in his 38th season. Now Herity from the corner. And clanks off the rim. Sean McNamara with the rebound.
And like I said, the problem with Prep is going to be that they're not very experienced in varsity. They have 2 sophomores, they have a lot of juniors, and they only have 2 seniors. They're returning 3 players from their varsity team last year. And that could be a downside, but it could also be a very good thing, proving to be young, talented, and hopefully have the right mind in playing varsity ball.
And the layup is good. Jared Moore. So Moore, with the shot clock running down, put a nice layup off the glass, and now it's the Terriers trying to answer back. Amenta trying to keep his pivot, and they will call a reach-in foul.
See, Neil, a lot more fouls are being. What am I talking about?
Fouls on John Crow, his second. Team's 4th.
On offense for the
Terriers inbound.
They're putting up a lot more shots while Fordham Prep's trying to get inside the paint and put up shots from inside the paint, which is what St. Francis should be going for when they have a big guy like Marcellus down there, who's pretty strong, just looking at him.
Freitag, the jumper. And that hits off the back rim, brought down by Moore. whistle blown. And it has something to do with the clock. So 15-14 the score. Rams with the lead. Both teams this is a very equally matched game. Kind of play very similar, had similar records last year. But the only difference is St. Francis Prep has to, as Shane Hardy gets a steal, St. Francis Prep has to focus on their speed and their shooting and hopefully improve on their defense.
They got to look. Connor Bocci was wide open on that in the corner. He could have drove the lane and kicked it right back out for a three.
Let's see. Fields takes it himself off the rim. Sells with the offensive board.
Oh, too strong on that. That's Prep. Oh.
Those are things that they work on. It's getting offensive rebounds. And he did that, but could not execute.
That looked like it was St. Francis ball.
I thought so.
Coach Leary already
Let's touch on the Rams. Terriers them
getting
out.
his vocal cords working out.
Yeah, Coach Leary is very animated right now on the bench. The inbound is stolen away.
That's just a bad play. It seemed like Fordham had that inbounding locked. And Prep really just has to start getting their fluidity on offense, which they don't have right now.
The floater. Sean McNamara. So that little touch from McNamara going in on a couple occasions. Freitag with the rock. Gives it to Fields. Fields fakes the three. Gives it to Bocci. And now Bocci takes it to the top of the key. Foul called, and that'll be on the Rams.
If Prep can continue getting these fouls onto Fordham Prep, then they'll do very well in this game.
Fouls on Killian Connolly, his second. Rams fifth. Terriers inbound. Hardy will inbound. And now here's Fields.
McNamara came out of the game for Fordham Prep. Now this would be the correct time for St. Francis to start capitalizing.
Traveling violation, Rams ball.
Jonathan Joseph checking in for the first time here.
And Joseph has good height, very good rebounder when he was on JV the last 2 years. And so he's in there to replace Freitag. Freitag heading to the bench a couple of times today so far.
Knowing JJ from football, he's a very good defensive player. He's quick. And another
offensive
charge.
Foul, Bocci, which is his third charge of the game.
That's the third charge for him.
Fouls on Connor Murphy, his first. Rams sixth. Terriers ball.
St. Francis, they got to start passing it. They got to work it inside. Fordham Prep doesn't have their big man McNamara in there. This is when they have to capitalize on it.
Very fast-paced moving game. Already under 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Ooh.
No timeouts taken so far. And now the Rams have a fast break. Murphy. And they're swinging around from behind the arc. This shot no good. Brought down by Marcellus Nazier.
There has to be cuts into the baskets here.
Traveling violation. Traveling violation, Rams ball.
I don't know about that call. It's a little questionable. But I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
And so the Rams will bring it up. Up 3.
See, Fordham Prep's working the ball around. They're getting the ball inside. If Prep can start doing that, this game isn't even close.
And here's a foul.
St. Francis is just so much better than them. Just looking at the way they play. That if Prep is competing
Fouls on
with them
Connor
right
Bocci,
now,
his first. Prep's third.
they would be winning without a doubt if they could just start working the ball a little bit better on the offensive end.
Right. And now under 2 minutes to play. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense. But Terriers Connor Bocce standing out on the defensive side of the ball.
He's having a great defensive game.
Already
And that's
3 charges. And that'll roll out of bounds.
it appears the coach for Fordham Prep's a little
Last
angry.
touch on the Terriers. Rams ball.
Not much time on the clock. Great
2
play
on
by
the shot
JJ.
clock.
That was a great play by JJ.
And the Rams will inbound. 2 seconds on the shot clock. They shoot from way out, and he made it. 3-pointer, Connor Murphy. So Murphy knew he had 2 seconds to shoot, balanced himself. No one was on him, and that's what Coach Leary is upset about right now on the bench. How could you not at least put a hand in his face? He takes a shot and makes it from that far out.
He just hit that 3 from Fordham Prep.
Swoosh.
Fordham
That
Prep's
was on
now
Connor
in,
Murphy. His second.
Fordham
Rams
Prep's
7.
penalty here.
Jonathan Joseph at the
Minute
line.
20 left. If JJ could sink these 2.
And Joseph, a very comparable free throw shooter. And Terriers need some easy points right now.
The Terriers could use some of these foul shots. Free points are always good.
St. Francis Prep wearing their new home white jerseys. Got some new uniforms this year on all levels. Looking pretty spiffy, don't you think so?
Yeah, looking great in those new uniforms.
And Stellis is loving it as he gets a steal, pushes it ahead. Bocce out to Nazier.
Ooh.
Fields.
Mike Fields putting his shoulder down there.
St. Francis with a taller lineup in there now.
And Fields is going to go to the line. Fordham Prep's over the limit. 54 seconds. And if Prep can just knock down
That's on
these
Paul
free
Mara,
throws,
his first. Team's 8th.
they will start.
Michael Fields at the line.
They can go into the half with not too large of a lead here.
Terriers neck and neck with the Rams right now. 2 very evenly matched teams.
You can't be missing free throws, though, when they're giving to you for... Ooh.
Joseph on the hustle. And now the Rams swing it.
Wide open 3.
The shot from behind the arc, no good. Hurdy the rebound, will push
Take
it up.
quick. They should take it quick.
About a second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
Prep gets a good shot here. Scores before the half. They could go into the half with some momentum. Hopefully come out with the same momentum.
Hurdy.
Oh.
And Hurdy with man's face. At least
Great play by
Nazier
Marcellus keeping it
flew
in
to the
bounds.
ball. And a foul. The Rams right up on the Terriers on the defensive side.
Now Marcellus is at the line. Marcellus puts in 2. They're down by 3. Maybe get a steal, make something happen.
Marcellus Nazier at the line.
Knocked the first one down. Now it's only 20-16. 12 seconds left.
And that foul is on Cairo Abjakili. His first of the game.
17-20, 12 seconds left. Fordham Prep inbound the ball. Trying to get it up. McNamara with the ball dribbling.
And here are the Rams with 2 seconds. Hurdy with good defense. And the Rams will not score before the half. 3-point lead for the Rams going into halftime. And we'll be back with these messages from SFP TV Sports. At the half.
Are you like me? Is this what you do?
So, what do you do for a living?
I pick things up and put them down.
Excuse me?
I pick things up and put them.
So, what do you do for a living?
I pick things up and put them down.
Excuse me?
I pick things up and put them down.
Okay, so this is the cash machine.
I pick things up and put them down.
I pick things up and put them down.
And this is our stretching area.
Yeah, I pick things up and put them down. I pick things up and put them down.
Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Cool.
Back here is St. Francis Prep. St. Francis Prep shooting 55% from the field. The Rams shooting very similar, 58%. But the real story, the Rams getting some three-pointers down, 2 for 6 from behind the arc. St. Francis looks pretty well. Like Carousso, Eddie are zooming with you at the half. And what do you see right now from the Fordham Rams and St. Francis Terriers? 3-point game, but I would see some weaknesses on the Terriers side.
I think St. Francis just isn't playing how they can play right now. I see a lot more potential in them, and I think if the rotational players get their feet under them, I know it's like for most of them their first time on varsity, so if they can just get their feet under them, I think they'll be very good.
Right, and St. Francis, they shot over 50% from the field, so that's very good, but they really haven't gotten many shots off. Fordham Rams playing spectacular defense, and as well, their ball movement is spectacular. St. Francis Prep very sloppy on offense. Why are they so sloppy?
Just the fluidity isn't there yet.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the continuity because some of the players are just coming in, like Mike Fields, like Jonathan Joseph, who could be 2 big-time contributors to this team. So if they can just start playing well, get their feet under them, like I said earlier, I think this offense starts to click, and I think their defense keeps playing. So if they do this, then this game is an easy win for them. If they come out hard in the second half, this game is over. Fordham Prep will not be able to compete.
This game could go either way. It's halftime, but St. Francis has to move the ball better. Basically, what they're doing right now, whether it's Michael Fields or Bocce with the ball at the guard spot, they're not dishing the ball with as much fluidity as the Rams do. The Rams moving the ball throughout the arc and getting the open shot. St. Francis Prep just is not finding the open man. As you mentioned earlier, Connor was wide open at one point. They didn't see it. So that's bad floor vision. So they have some things on the offensive side of the ball that just aren't clicking right now.
Yeah, well, St. Francis is also taking a lot of bad shots right now.
They have.
If they can take a little bit, they could catch a breath, pass it out. There's a lot of wide open people on the arc. They're getting in each other's way right now, and that just continuity on the offense comes in time. And time so far hasn't been there.
Right, and if you look at the leaders on this team, Chris Freitag took 1 shot in the paint, no points. 0 for 1 today. So that's just going to show you he's not open. He's not comfortable with his shot. Marcel Sancier, great on the boards, couldn't put back a key shot that probably would have given St. Francis Prep the lead at this point. But really just not a lot of chemistry on the offensive side of the ball. Defense not bad, but then they fall asleep. Like on the inbound, 2 seconds left, have an opportunity to get a shot clock violation, but then he'll go up and put a hand in his face. As a result, he nails a shot from almost half court.
Well, all stuff that comes with time, and with players just coming in from their fall sports, they haven't had that time yet.
Right.
And once St. Francis gets this under their belt, this game could be the turning point in their season. Even though it's early in the season, I know it's hard to believe that there can be a turning point already, but there can be.
Yeah. And now we're a little under 6 minutes to go from the end of the half. St. Francis Prep down by 3. It's 20-17 right now. Both teams shooting around 55% from the field. Zoo and I will be back. We're going to take a break here from St. Francis Prep.
So, what do you do for a living? So, the Midnight Run. What is the Midnight Run? It's an opportunity for our students to serve folks that are living on the streets of Manhattan. Literally, we bring food, we bring clothing, we bring hygiene products, and we bring hot chocolate, and we distribute it specifically to folks that are living on the streets. The reason that we go out later in the evening as opposed to right after school is because whether people have a job or they're walking around in various places in the city, they don't get to where they're going to sleep until later. That's why we don't leave school till around 10 o'clock. So if you're interested in doing this, it's a great opportunity. You can sign up online at Campus Ministry, and there's a Campus Ministry sign-up link. we have a lot of interest for this. There's 3 more left during the year. The next one is Friday, December 7th. So the Midnight Run. What
Prep's trailing by 3 at the half with just about 3 minutes left. And good showing out here today. And this is the half.
Back here at the prep, St. Francis Prep to inbound. It is 20-17, Fordham Rams. with the lead, and Eddie, it's tough to stop this team, but what is it keep for St. Francis Prep in the second half?
Stopping them inside the paint. If you cut out their paint game, it's over. Because that's where they go to. They go to McNamara a lot. He has 8 points for them so far. He has a couple of rebounds.
Right.
If you shut him down, then this game will just start coming to you on the defensive side. Because they like shooting the three, but they're not very good at it.
And already St. Francis Prep with pretty good ball movement. Freitag takes a shot to 2. Chris Freitag. And that's a 2-pointer for Freitag. He gets on the board. Let's look at the leaders for St. Francis Prep. Michael Fields, 8 points. Shane Hardy, 4 rebounds. Marcel Nazier with 3 rebounds. They're 0 from 3 from behind the arc. Sean McNamara, as you mentioned, 8 points. 2 rebounds go along with that. And Killian Connolly with 2 rebounds for the Rams.
And that's a foul on Connor Bocci right there early. You don't want to get into foul trouble here in the third when you're trying to make a big run.
And that's his second.
Great defensive stand there. 5-second violation inbounding the ball.
Terriers ball.
Mike Fields bringing it up here. Let's see if Prep could turn this into a quick 2.
They play in 2 days, the Terriers. They play Mount St. Michael. Nazier at the basket. Marcellus Nazier.
Prep's coming out strong here, passing the ball, getting good shots. This is the way that I pictured Prep playing in this game. And if they continue to play like this will come easy to them, and they'll probably end up with the W. That was a rough game for them on Friday, Neil, right?
It was, and St. Francis got the loss against a good Iona Prep team. 3-pointer Connor Murphy. But, it's just what I see from their offense. Their offense isn't gelling right now, and you can see that pretty easily. Their defense is okay.
They need to peel the seal off of their offense right now and just get it cranking.
Right now the Terriers are a mediocre team, but they have the potential to be much better. They have the shooters, and they have players that are willing and wanting to play hard. They got a lot of young players. Freitag, 2. 2-pointer, Chris Freitag.
Looks like whatever.
10-23.
Looks like whatever Coach Leary said to Chris got him going now. Starting to play very well here in the second half.
Good ball movement once again from the Rams. Fields. Good defense. Locking him up. And now that's McNamara. Pull dribble. Freitag stops him. Heats him at the top of the key. 8 on the shot clock and an easy basket.
That's just a missed
Killian
assignment
Connolly.
from Shane. See, Prep's just got to stay more conscious on the defensive end. Can't let easy baskets like that happen.
Right.
A loss of a man.
Terriers will inbound. Freitag takes it. Freitag getting into the rhythm. Nazier.
Pass into the corner to Shane.
Shane.
Pass back.
Back to Shane Hardy for 3. No good. That's his 3rd missed shot from behind the arc.
St. Francis needs to keep taking good shots like they did in the beginning of the quarter. Keep moving the ball around and keep playing good defense. Oh.
And that's Hardy, who's going to be called for a foul behind the back. Looked like he hit a ball, but he did body him. Foul's on Shane Hardy. He's first. Prep's second. Jared Moore at the line. One more shot.
Fordham Prep starting to make a little bit of a lead. Their lead is growing right now.
3-point lead right now. Moore trying to make it 4.
And he does.
And he does. Now, Shane Harity inbounds to Fields. Also have Bocce, Nazier, and Freitag in the game. Freitag beginning to percolate. Bocce looking for Freitag, not open. Freitag going back door. And Bocce gets it to Nazier on the high post. Now Harity. Fields. Fields gets it. Bocce. Fields took up on the dribble a little. Too quick.
You got to watch the shot clock.
5 on the shot clock.
A foul called on Mike Fields there.
Fouls on Michael Fields, his second, Prep's third.
Prep really needs a turnover here. I think that's something that could wake them up, start getting the offense going.
The Rams doing a good job at holding the Terriers and the youngsters
Oh.
on the St. Francis Prep roster. From the corner, no good. The rebound and inside
by Shane.
is stolen away. The Rams just, they're bigger than the Terriers, and they kind of push them around a little bit in this third quarter.
They're hustling. They're hustling, and so are the Terriers. It's just that all those 50-50 balls right now are going into Fordham's hands. And another offensive rebound.
And the layup is off the glass, a foul. And Crow will go to the line for the Rams. Fouls on Chris Freitag, his second, Prep's fourth. John Crow at the line, and one more shot.
I think Prep needs to start getting some subs in there.
Yeah, the game is slipping away from the Terriers right now with 3:03 left in the third quarter. 28-23 the score.
Fordham Prep's up by 6 now. They got to get the offense going again like they had in the beginning of the quarter.
6-point lead for the Rams, their biggest of the day. Fields looking to go in the paint. Blocking foul called.
For Prep? Prep already has
Fouls on Patrick
4
Quirk,
fouls
his
here in
first,
the third quarter.
team's first.
And they only had 3 fouls the entire first half. So as you see, they're starting to play a little desperate. And they can't just let the desperation get to them right now.
Harity going strong to the hoop. And he's fouled. Will go to the line for 2 shots.
See, and that's where I think Shane is at his best, when he drives. Because he's a strong kid.
Fouls on James Scanton. It's his first. Rams second.
He's a strong kid and doesn't give up his dribble very easily.
One more shot. Shane Harity at the line. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout. St. Francis Prep. So 29-24, Harity's got to make his free throws. They got to get these easy points.
Exactly. When you're given free throws, it's so that you score. And if Prep keeps driving the lane, drawing fouls, this game will start coming to them a lot easier.
So Harity with one more shot, 2:47 to play in the third quarter. Neil A. Carousso and here zooming with you from St. Francis Prep in Fresh Meadows. 2 preparatory schools clash today in Queens.
Francis pressing. They got to get back now.
And the Rams control it once again.
Ooh. That's the 5th foul on St. Francis.
Fouls on Chris Freitag is 3rd. Prep's 5th. So Freitag with 3 fouls. Looks like he'll be left in though. He's already on and off the bench a couple times. Actually now Jonathan Joseph makes his way to the scores table, sub in, and that'll most likely be for Freitag. Rams swinging around.
The 3-point arc. 10 seconds left on the shot clock.
The
Great
jumper
defense.
is no good. Clock
You can't let that
keeps
happen.
running, and Bocce with the steal pushes ahead of Fields. Fields trying to keep it alive, and that's going the other way.
That is a terrible call.
Out of bounds, Rams ball.
That is a terrible call.
The pass was led too much, and Fields couldn't catch up to it. Fields was wide open going to the hoop. And that gets Coach Tim Leary off his chair.
Now it's going to be St. Francis ball.
Terriers ball.
St. Francis needs to catch these points here. Oh,
Joseph,
that's a bad
a
pass.
terrible pass, and St. Francis Prep falling apart in the 3rd quarter. Jared Moore.
They're playing a 3-2 zone defense here.
As Fields gets it to Harity. And that's off the rim. His 3-point shot not on today. Now Harity in the paint is blocked. A clean block as he just hit a ball, no body.
Connor Bocce has to go after those offensive rebounds. Fordham Prep's going after him. Prep needs to start going for it.
Bocce definitely playing a little timid, especially in this quarter. Fields, the jumper, is no good. And Bocce trying to get an offensive rebound and overmatched by Connolly.
A lot of these 50-50 calls are going towards Fordham Prep right now. He was out of bounds. St. Francis ball here. After a very bad inbound.
Terriers ball. Harity will
Prep needs to set
inbound,
better screens.
and he does to Bocce. They had a first shot clock. Harity guarded well.
Ooh.
Foul called. Foul's on James Scanton, his 2nd. Rams 4th. Terriers inbound.
That was a clear-cut foul there, Neil. He was holding hands with
Right.
Shane all the way down the lane.
Certainly was, and Fields off the inbound. Michael Fields. 31-27, Rams with the lead. Terriers catching up. And the layup. Connor Murphy.
That was close to a travel there.
Winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Bocce brings it up for the Terriers.
Prep needs a quick score. Get the ball
Fields
back.
kicks it out to Bocce. Bocce from 3.
Oh,
No good.
way off.
Nazier working on the boards, but it's brought down by Moore.
And he is wide open. That's a charge.
Freitag back in for Joseph. So now the Rams to inbound. Haggerty's going to come in as well for Marcellus Nazier. Gives him a little bit more height. And Haggerty's got to work down on the low post.
And he eats up minutes. Shane hasn't had a break this quarter. Fields hasn't had a break, and neither has Connor Bocce. It's going to be Fordham ball.
Okay.
St. Francis is going to need a big fourth quarter here and a nice defensive stop right now.
Connor Murphy with the clock winding down. Takes the three, that's no good. And the 33 to 27 the score. Back at these messages from SFP TV. Fields, Hurdy, Freitag, and Haggerty to start on the floor for the Terriers.
St. Francis going to the line quick here. Need to convert. Oh, or not.
Terriers timeout. St. Francis shooting 63% from the field. From the free throw line, they're 7 for 9. So that's good. They were converting on the free throws. They're getting the easy points when they need it.
Fields driving the lane.
And Fields is fouled. And he'll go to the line.
So let's add to that total here. Let's get it up to 9 made free throws, and let's cut this lead down to 4.
Fouls on Connor Murphy, his third, Rams' 6th. Michael Fields at the line.
Fields nails the first one. Knocks down the second one. And we got a very interesting game on our hand.
And he makes them both.
Ooh, playing some good D.
This game in the fourth quarter. And both teams vying for a W. St. Francis 0-1 on the year. Jared Moore.
They need to move the ball around, get some open shots.
Hurdy going strong, and he's fouled. Will go to the line.
Like I said, Neil, when he drives, can't stop him unless you foul him.
Fouls on Jared Moore. His third, Rams 7th. Shane Hurdy at the line. The Rams will play on December 6th as well. So in 2 days, they'll play Archbishop Stepanak at 7 o'clock at Stepanak. Terriers playing on the 6th as well, and they're at Mount St. Michael, a 4 o'clock game.
We'd love to go into that Mount St. Michael game with the W here. Playing some great press defense, but when they get it past the half court, they've just been scoring. And ooh, almost a turnover.
So the ball going back and forth, switching hands from maroon to white. And finally, St. Francis probably will have possession.
You see the Fordham
Terriers
Prep,
ball.
you see the Fordham Prep coach complaining, but if that went over the half-court line, that would have been a backcourt violation. Either way, it's a turnover for Prep.
So a 4-point lead for the Rams.
Prep keeps driving the lane, getting fouled. This isn't even a 4-point game right now. It's not going to be if they keep percolating on the offense like they have been. Ooh.
A Freitag, and he just gets the ball taken away from him. McNamara wrestled it out of Freitag's arms.
Chris just has to play a little stronger there.
And the Rams
Can't let him get an open shot at the ball.
working on offense.
Playing good on defense here. Ooh, Mike Fields going for the steal there. Ooh, good play. Looked like it could have been a travel.
The floater, no good. Rebound, Freitag.
Rebound. Need to push it, need to push.
Hurdy to Bocce. Back to Hurdy. Fields with the ball. Bocce a little timid to start for St. Francis Prep here on varsity. Just getting used to the new system. As Hurdy takes a wild shot. Good.
Shane looks right at home.
Hurdy.
Shane's starting to look like he's right at home here on varsity.
Rams inbound. And they move it up quick. Amenta trying to foul him. And now the Rams had an open three-pointer. They didn't take it.
Travel.
And they get a traveling. Traveling Terriers ball.
Great defense from Prep here in the second half.
So down by 2 here in the fourth.
Marcel's coming back in.
Now Amenta driving.
Oh. Connor Bocce finally getting the rest here.
Rams ball. The Rams shooting 59% from the field. Connor Murphy with 11 points leads the Rams.
Almost another 10-second there. Playing great on the press defense.
Rams a little sluggish now on offense, slowing down from a great offensive start. 6 on the shot clock. The shot clanks off the rim, and an offensive rebound for Killian Connolly.
That ball just bounced right away from Chris Freitag there. Menta's playing some good defense. Ooh, great.
Stolen away
Good steal there from
by
Mike
Harity,
Fields.
but a foul called.
And it's 1-1 now. 1-1 with 4 minutes and 35 seconds. That's what driving the lane and getting those fouls do.
Sean McNamara with the foul. His first, Rams 8th.
It's the first
One
one.
more shot for Shane Harity.
Prep's only down by 1 now.
Harity with one more shot, and if this goes, he ties it up.
Tie ball game here.
We're tied here at the Prep.
Shane has 12 points here.
Shane Harity with 12.
Coming in the second half, and there's this. Oh,
St. Francis Prep percolating
That's
on
another
defense.
10-second violation.
And Coach Leary arguing with the referee at the St. Francis Prep sideline. Actually, both coaches have each of the refs' ears.
I think Coach Leary should quiet down because right now they just got the ball back.
So a tie game. The Rams with 8 fouls, and the Terriers with 6. Tied at 35. St. Francis, despite poor chemistry on the offensive side of the ball, they're in good position to win this game. Timeout on the floor.
Full timeout.
And it's a full timeout. We'll be back with these messages from SFP TV. Full timeout.
They got
What is the Midnight Run? It's an opportunity for our students to serve folks that are living on the streets of Manhattan. Literally, we bring food, we bring clothing, we bring hygiene products, and we bring hot chocolate, and we distribute it specifically to folks that are living on the streets. The reason that we go out later in the evening as opposed to right after school is because whether people have a job or they're walking around in various places in the city, they don't get to where they're going to sleep until later. That's why we don't leave school till around 10 o'clock. So if you're interested in doing this, it's a great opportunity. You can sign up online at Campus Ministry, and there's a Campus Ministry sign up link. We have a lot of interest for this. There's 3 more left during the year. The next one is Friday, December 7th.
Tied this game up with their drawing fouls, driving the lanes, and hitting their free throws. Mike Fields handling the ball past to Connor Bocci. Back to Freitag. Freitag gives it over to Fields.
Fields, top of the key. 4:10 to go in the game. Bocci to Fields. Fields trying to take over. Takes a jumper, and it's off the rim. No good.
Oh.
And it'll be a 1-on-1 on the other side of the court.
Both teams are now in the penalty.
Fouls on Marcellus Nazier, his first, perhaps 7th. Connor Murphy at the line.
He missed it. Rebound by Bocci. Bringing it up.
And here's Hardy driving in the lane. Good. Shane Hardy. 37-35. Terriers lead.
What did I tell you, Neil? What did I tell you about Shane?
He's very good driving in the paint. He's labeled as an outside shooter, but he's a pretty good all-around offensive player. And even on the defensive ball, a couple of steals today, really hustling. And Hardy, as a sophomore, has already found a definite spot in the Terriers lineup. And it'll only be stronger when Nick Kolak comes back for St. Francis, coming back from an injury, from a concussion. Will be back by the end of this month, early next month. Hardy with the defensive rebound, pushes it up the floor. Hardy gives it a Freitag. Now Fields from 3.
Oh.
No good, off the rim. And Fields hangs his head, and the Rams don't have it.
See, that was a great job of St. Francis moving the ball right there. Next time if they can just put it in,
30-second
that's the perfect way to
timeout.
play offense. That right there was great passing. Hey, Neil, Shane has 8 points here in the fourth quarter.
He does. Hardy has more points than players have in the full game.
Yeah, they're playing great right now here in the fourth quarter. So if they keep playing strong like this, especially led by Shane right now, they get Freitag stepping up and they got Marcellus. This team is going to be a very hard team to beat. And
here the Rams inbound. And a very good finish to this game. At one point, it looked like St. Francis really wasn't going to take the W.
Almost another 10-second.
As Fordham Prep controls it.
Now Connor Bocci stepping up, starting to play very good on the defensive end, and a great play by Marcellus getting the steal. Mike Fields bringing it up, passing it over to Chris Freitag, giving it back to Mike Fields. Fields at the top of the key. That was a great play on the defensive end by Marcellus there.
And now Fields gives it to Nazier. Nazier with the layup too strong.
Just a little strong there by Marcellus.
In the corner, McNamara.
Wide open three, decided not to take it. That's
and it'll be a blocking foul called. Freitag trying to take a charge like he always does. That's really what Freitag tries to do, is take a charge, and that reflects onto the offensive side of the ball. But that time, caught on a blocking foul, he was moving.
Yeah, that's just the one thing that Chris has to watch out for.
Fouls on Chris Freitag, his fourth, Prep's eighth.
See, right now his fouls are starting to tally up, and say this game goes into overtime, one more and he's gone.
Connor Murphy at the line. Two-point lead for the Terriers. And it seemed to start, there really wasn't much scoring. Then both teams heated up, but it seems like they're kind of right neck and neck. No team is heating up on its own. Fordham Prep, great ball movement, not always able to convert. And they're slowing down in this fourth quarter. The Terriers with a poor third quarter, but able to maintain a lead.
Yeah, St. Francis really came out strong here in the fourth, like I thought they would need to do if they were going to get this W. Right now it's a tie game. They need to keep playing with the aggression that they have. If they do that, they'll be able to pull out the W here in regulation.
We're tied right now. Herity kicks it out to Freitag. Freitag pumps and hands it to the junior Michael Fields. Fields gives it to Bocci, who hands it to Freitag. Freitag drives, kicks it out to Celis. And now the Rams will control it.
That was a great job on defense by Fordham Prep there. Opportunity to take the lead here late in the game.
Again, good ball at Fields with the near steal.
Good defense here from St. Francis.
Freitag's got to be careful not to pick up his fifth.
Marcellus getting a great board there.
Nazier secure the rebound. And the Terriers call it timeout.
It's going to be full.
And it's going to be a full timeout. We'll be back at these messages from SFP TV Sports and a thriller from the Prep. Timeout, St. Francis Prep.
Are you like me? Is this what you do? You like me? Is this what you do? I figured so. Look at me now.
Look at me now. Look at me now. Oh, I'm getting paper.
Back here at St. Francis Prep, as St. Francis will be inbounding the ball here. Tied 37-37 with under 50 seconds left in regulation.
Bocci will control it and handle the ball for the Terriers. Tie game. Freitag gives it to Herity. The starter's back in for the Terriers. Hurdy going to the hoop. And a rebound brought down by Jared Moore.
That one just rolled off the rim there. Nothing you can do.
And another timeout called by Fordham Prep this time.
Only 26 seconds left here, Neil. What are you thinking?
Well, I think St. Francis Prep has to get a good shot off. They need to draw up a play. 26 seconds to go. Not that much time. But this team could do it. They just need to draw up a good play, whether it beats Shane, who is really having a solid game, or Michael Fields.
Well, right now they need to get a quick defensive turnover or a stop. And I feel like if they can do that,
which honestly Fordham Prep had slowed down a lot in this fourth quarter, I think it's definitely possible for them to stop them. They've been doing it all quarter. Not much scoring coming out of the Rams team this quarter.
if St. Francis gets a quick turnover here, it could lead into a quick 2 points.
And here we go, 26 seconds, tied at 37.
Good. Mike Fields is stepping up on the defensive end right now. Fry tag going way out.
15 seconds.
Wide
at
open.
The top of the key. Murphy
like
kicks
shot.
it out, and that clanks off. Fields with the rebound. He's got 6 seconds. In fourth quarter, Freitag tag open.
And
count it, and a foul. Chris Freitag. Count it, and a foul. 39-37. And the foul is on Fordham Prep's Connor Murphy. That's his fourth. Team's ninth. Timeout.
And the crowd's going nuts here at St. Francis. What a solid performance from these Terriers here today, right, Neil?
Yes, definitely. St. Francis just pumped up the crowd. Got 4.2 seconds left, and it's just going to be hold them on defense.
If Chris can hit this free throw, that puts the pressure completely on Fordham Prep. And if Fordham Prep has that pressure on them with 4 seconds left, I'm not too sure how great they can convert. They're going to be rushing their shots.
So Freitag will have one shot at the line. As you look at their bench, this point's going to hold them on defense. This is a good, solid win if they could get it.
Chris going out to the line.
Chris Freitag at the line, one shot. And Freitag has a chance to make this a three-point play and make it nearly impossible for Fordham Prep to tie. He doesn't. Fordham Prep has 1 second. St. Francis Prep will hold, and they come out victorious. We're going to be back to wrap it up, Drew and I, at these messages from SFP TV Sports. The Terriers get the win 39-37 over the Rams. A JV matchup coming up right here from St. Francis Prep.
So, what do you do for a living?
I pick things up and put them down.
Excuse me?
I pick things up and put them down.
Okay, so this is the cafe machine.
I pick things up and put them down.
I pick things up and put them down.
And this is our stretching area.
Yeah, I pick things up and put them down. I pick things up and put them down.
Cool.
I pick things up and put them down. Yeah. Yeah.
Back here with Eddie Arzoman, I'm Neil A. Carousso from St. Francis Prep. Big win for St. Francis Prep. They pull it out in the fourth quarter, 39-37. Now, we know they didn't have the best game. We talked about it over and over. But in the fourth quarter, something clicked, and they worked together to pull out the win. And, hey, as long as you get the win, it's a W on the record.
Hey, looking at St. Francis at the end of that game, the way that they played in that fourth quarter, with the aggression, with the great defense that they played with, their offense was just clicking. Like I said, you have to get that first win to peel the seal off. You know, somewhat just get the feel for the way that this season could be. And just looking at that win, this could be a very good season for St. Francis Prep.
And St. Francis Prep looked excellent today. Now, Chris Freitag had a poor start. He finished strong in the fourth quarter with a winning basket off of the layup for Fordham Prep. 13 points for Connor Murphy, and he was spectacular. A couple of three-pointers as well. Killian Connolly with 4 rebounds for the Rams. The Terriers now will play Mount St. Michael. Is their next game on Friday. Our next broadcast, let's look at this, too. We got a girls matchup on December 12th will be our next broadcast. Tune in at 6:45 as St. Francis Prep will play St. Dominic's in a girls varsity matchup here at the Prep. A JV matchup follows. We're not going to be broadcasting that. If you want to come to the girls' home opener, will be tomorrow, December 5th, and it'll be a JV and varsity game as the Lady Terriers will be playing the Cardinal Spellman Pilots. A great day for St. Francis Prep. They pulled it out, but talk a little bit about the sloppiness and then how they worked through that and kind of used the strengths to get the win.
They just kind of, in the beginning, they weren't really together. They weren't playing as a team. Then going into the second half, I saw them start percolating a little more, moving the ball a lot better. And then in that fourth quarter, something just clicked. I guess Coach Leary just really got on them enough that they finally were just like, all right, you know what, we're going to play right now. And they went out there and they played very, very, very well on the defensive end, which made their offense so much better. And them driving the lane, drawing all those fouls, put Fordham in trouble. And that's what got them to the line. And they had a lot of free throws today, and they were great from the line. Something that could end up being a point that St. Francis will have for the rest of the season.
I was very impressed with Shane Herity, who, as you mentioned, he's a very good player driving into the paint. Not just his outside shooting, which he's known for. He actually couldn't get his outside shot on. He made the adjustment, went in the paint, got a lot of points for St. Francis Prep. Their free throws were excellent. They were in the 90th percentile in their free throw shooting. They got the easy points when they needed.
Yeah, they played great overall in the second half. The first half could have been a lot better, but overall, it was a solid game. Could have been better. A lot of things that they can work on coming into the game next, what is it, December 6th?
December 6th is their next game against Mount St. Michael. It's just Friday.
It's going to be an away game, so, they're going to have the crowd against them unlike they had today.
Right. So, and that's important to adjust to the crowd. But a great day for St. Francis Prep. They looked okay, but then in the fourth quarter they came out, and that's something that they had to build upon is that fourth quarter. Can they do that all season? So I think really when Nick Kolak comes back, that's going to be a big addition. And obviously some players just came back from other sports, had to kind of get in the flow a little bit. And they are small, that's for sure. So for them, it's speed and utilizing that to their benefit.
They could be a very good team if they use their speed to their benefit, like you said, and if they play the defense that I saw them playing today.
So that's the story from St. Francis Prep again. Our next broadcast is December 12th, 6:45. St. Francis Prep Lady Terriers play St. Dominic's. For our entire SFP TV sports crew, Neil A. Carousso, Eddie Arzuma saying so long from the Prep, and happy holidays.